Good morning. So I welcome you all to this session of daily editorial analysis, and I hope that you have been getting some quality content. I hope that you have been making the notes also with respect to the different topics which we are discussing. So today again we are having two topics. One is with respect to the West Asia. Okay. One is with respect to this topic of West Asia, India, Israel and West Asia. And the second topic is again with respect to the AI system. Again, we have the AI system. Last day also we have discussed about AI. So today again, we are having the topic of AI once again. Okay. So these are the topics which we are going to discuss. So I welcome you all to this session. And yes, I am quite good. I hope that all of you are also doing well. I hope all of you are also doing well. Good morning. Okay, so let's start. The first topic which we are going to talk about, it is related to GS paper 2, international relations. Okay. The topic is about this. If you look at the heading, India's Israel habit meets West Asian realities. Okay. Now, I think you know the background of it, that what has been happening there. Okay. So let us discuss it once. When we talk about India and West Asia, India and West Asia. So there are different stakeholders right now. There are different stakeholders right now. In case of the stakeholders, if we look at this, we have got different stakeholders. On one side, we have Israel. On another side, we are having Iran. And then we have Gulf nations. We have Gulf nations, especially UAE, plus Saudi Arabia also. Now here what we see that there are three different stakeholders, and of course US will also come into picture. US is also going to come into picture, so we will talk about that also. But there are three different stakeholders: Israel, Iran and Gulf nations. When we talk about India and Israel relations, okay, if we talk about this, initially this has been a discrete relation. It has been a discrete relations. Things were not that much in limelight, but Israel has been supporting India. Okay, so Israel, this is one country which has supported India. During 1971 also, and 1999 also, and many times. So Israel is one country which has supported us at multiple fronts. In fact, when Article 370 was also abrogated, or when India has also launched this Operation Sindoor or other things. So Israel has been one country which has been thoroughly supporting India. It has even been supporting India's membership for UNSC. It has been talking about India at global forums. So Israel has been supportive of India. This is also something which is important for defense technology. They are also important for defense technology. Okay. They are also important for intelligence network. And what we also see that in the recent times, India has been actively supporting Israel. India has been actively supporting Israel. So this is one side of the story, that we are having this one part, that this is one country, Israel. There is one country, Israel, with which we see our relations. Then when we are talking about Iran, we see that it is a historical relation. India and Iran, they are having civilizational linkage. We see that when we are talking about Iran, we are having civilizational linkage. We see that this is also, Iran is also strategically located. If we talk about its strategic location, it is having that strategic location. It is sharing boundary with Pakistan and especially Baloch area, especially the Baloch area. Plus, this is also having the Chabahar port, and here we see that it is having the linkage to INSTC, International North-South Transport Corridor. International North-South Transport Corridor. So we have the civilizational linkage, we have the strategic location, boundary with Pakistan, Baloch area, and Chabahar port. Okay, this is one side of the story. Okay, then we see that Iran has always been maintaining friendly relations with India. Okay, so there has been friendly relations. There has been friendly relations. But what we see that there has been certain issues like US sanctions and India's adherence. That when there were sanctions on Iran, India has adhered to those sanctions. India has also reduced its relations with that of Iran. Like in the case of Chabahar port also, it took a very long period of time to complete it. Okay. Then we see that many a times the project has not been going so much. India has not been purchasing the oil from Iran. So there has been certain issues in Iran relations. Okay. Now the third thing is the Gulf nation. This is economically a very important zone. If we look at this one area, this is something which is economically important. We see that millions of diaspora, around 40% of remittances, one of the top export destination, emerging source of investment in India. So when we are talking about this UAE region also, we see that this is something which is economically important. There is million of diaspora, around 40% of remittances, one of the top export destinations of India, and also this is emerging as a source of investment in India. You may have seen that whenever there is a partnership or a deal with UAE or Saudi Arabia, there is an announcement that they are going to invest in various areas in India. So they are having money and they need some investment zones. So India is one of their choice. So we see that this entire area, the Gulf means the countries around the Persian Gulf. Gulf nation means the countries around this Persian Gulf. But we are especially talking about UAE and Saudi Arabia. So if you look at this, this is the entire region. Okay, that what is our interest in this area? Now see how the realities have been changing. Okay. Now see that the changing realities. Now look at this one part, the changing realities. Okay. When we talk about Iran, okay, when we are talking about Iran, it has proved itself has proved itself as a major power in region. Iran has proved itself as a major power in the region. So the thing is, now you cannot be ignoring Iran. You cannot ignore Iran, especially given this one part that Iran may go towards China and Pakistan, which can again become a challenging situation for India. Okay. So what we see that there is a challenge. If Iran leans toward China or Pakistan, it will be challenging for India. Now see, especially you may be aware about the vulnerability due to Strait of Hormuz. The vulnerability due to the Strait of Hormuz. So we don't want another challenge in our extended neighborhood. See, just to give you an example, earlier, if you are aware about this, there was a rule of Taliban in Afghanistan prior to this also. Like in 90s also, there was rule of Taliban in case of Afghanistan. And at that point of time, India did not made a relation with Taliban government. In Afghanistan, India didn't go with Taliban's government. India didn't have made any relations there. Now, what was the impact? Taliban has got relations with that of Pakistan. And what we saw, that due to which terrorist activities started to grow, Kashmir area became very much disturbed. Okay. There was disturbance in the Kashmir region. So we see that when we are not looking at the making relations in our extended neighborhood, it may become challenging for us. Now see the reverse story. 2021, again we have got the Taliban government. Now this time, Indian government is having relations with Taliban government. Now see who is fighting. You may see this, the change in the story. In 90s, it was India which was a victim of Taliban government in Afghanistan. Now what we see that India has made relations with Taliban government. Now who is fighting? Okay. India is not recognizing it, but we are having relations with them. You can see that a person who is the foreign minister of Afghanistan, who has been designated as a global terrorist by the United Nations Security Council, have been given the state honor in India. So officially we have not recognized it, but unofficially the things are going on. So international politics is not always going through this official recognition. Many a times there is a relation which is existing behind the tables or behind the official format. Okay. So what we see here, that Iran, we do not want to lose Iran in the same manner as we have lost Afghanistan in the past in the 90s. Okay. So it is not in our favor. Second thing is, when we are talking about Israel, now look at this. Okay. The problem is not with the country. The problem is with the government of the Israel. The problem is not with the country, but the government of the Israel. Okay. See, Akash, as soon as it is launched, I will inform you. Let me talk to the team and then I will inform you. Okay. Now, what we see when we are talking about Israel, what we see here, that US no longer a permanent supporter of Israel. US is no longer a permanent supporter of Israel. Second thing, what we also see, that when we are talking about European Union or European countries, So what we see, they have started criticizing Israel. You may have seen France, it has recognized Palestine. It has recognized Palestine. Okay. So European countries, they have started criticizing Israel. France, it has in fact recognized Palestine. Then we also see that there has been condemnation of mass genocide by Israel in Gaza. So we see that there is two part of it. That on one side Iran has emerged as a powerful country. On the second side, Israel, US has changed its policy. US is changing its policy with respect to Israel. European Union, they have started criticizing Israel. Then there has been condemnation of the activities of Israel in the part of Gaza. So what we see that now the things are not that much good in case of Israel. So here in this light, India needs to realign its policy. So in this light, in this context, there is a need of realignment in India's policy. Okay. So what we see that in this context, there is a need of realignment. Achha, there is one more part. Now see, Gulf nations. What we see, there is again one thing. There is a friction rising between UAE and Saudi. There is also this one part, there is a friction rising between Saudi Arabia and UAE. They are no longer the same ally which they used to be. Gaza, meaning Gaza is a place, and mass genocide means killing of people at a large level, large scale killing of people, that is mass genocide. Okay. So what we see that friction that is rising between UAE and Saudi Arabia. Friction is rising between UAE and Saudi Arabia. That is one side. Second thing, the Gulf countries no longer believe in supremacy of US. Okay. Now Gulf nations are also, the Gulf nations, they will start improving their defense. They will start improving their defense. So this is one part also. First thing is, there is a friction which is existing between UAE and Saudi Arabia. There is a friction which is existing between Saudi and others. Okay. Then what we see that there has also been this lack of belief in US supremacy now, because US has not been able to deliver. Iran has attacked on each and every country in the Gulf nation, from Saudi to Qatar to all other nations in this area. So what we see that Iran has emerged as a powerful country because of this war. Because of this war, they have become very much powerful. Okay. So this is one of the background thing which is going on. And see this one more thing. When we are talking about Iran, this is having influence this is having influence in Syria, in Lebanon, in Yemen. Okay. So we see that it is having this influence even in Iraq. So there are multiple countries where Iran is having its influence. Okay. Iran is having its influence. So now in this context, can you think about this, that how do we need to navigate this entire area, our diplomatic relations in this entire area? Okay. So now you can understand the complexity. Just try to imagine the complexity for India's foreign policy. Okay. Try to imagine the complexity. We have to maintain relations with Israel. It is important for our defense intelligence. But at the same time, we cannot be supporting them. Why? Because they have created some of the huge mistakes during this last 2-3 years. That is one side. Second thing, now when we are talking about Iran, in the last 1 decade, our policy with Iran has not been very much consistent, and this is going to be challenging situation for us. So we have to revisit our policy with respect to Iran also. Now at the same time, the entire Gulf nations, earlier we were seeing them as one single unit. Okay. Because Saudi Arabia was very much powerful. And Saudi used to have an influence over UAE also, over all other countries. So if we were having a good relations with Saudi, it means we can have good relations with others also. So we have cultivated that relations, no problem in that. We have got good relations with Saudi also, we have got good relations with UAE also. Now there is a rift between Saudi and UAE, and that is going to emerge as one of the challenges. Why? India has also made a defense partnership. India is making defense partnership with UAE, and Saudi is making defense partnership with Pakistan. Okay. So what we see that, just this one more angle, Saudi-Pak defense agreement, India-UAE defense partnership. Okay. So I think now you can see that how the things are going on in this entire area. So of course this has emerged as one of the quite complex tasks for India in the present times. And see, there is a benefit also. What we see that if we are talking about this area, what is the benefit? That India is having sound relations or good relations with almost all countries. This is also one of the part. Okay. Like what we see that the benefit is India is having good relations with almost all the countries. India is having good relations with Israel also. India is having a goodwill in Palestine also. Okay. India is having a goodwill in Israel also. India is having a goodwill in Palestine also. India is having a strong relations with Saudi also, UAE also. India is having a good relations with Iran also. Okay. It's not that the relation can be just impacted because of last 4-5 years. There is a lot of other elements in the relations which we have to consider. Okay. So this is like emerging as one of the major problems in the West Asia. Okay, yes, I will try to explain the simple parts also, or the basic part also. Okay, so although we have discussed this article, but from the next article we will try to make it much more simpler so that even you can catch up. Okay, all or everyone can catch up. Okay. So this is the first part. On the basis of it, I am giving you this question. There is a need of realignment in India's West Asia policy in line with changing geopolitics and strategic interest. Discuss. 250 words. So can you try to write this answer? अब ये आंसर लिखा जा सकता है क्या? So that is what we are trying to do. We are trying to see the entire background. कई बार हम लोग editorial से आगे जाके इसको discuss करते हैं. In editorial, only some points are discussed, but we go in a little bit more detail so that you can have a more clarity over the topic. So this is the first part. Coming to the second topic. The second topic is with respect to AI. The second topic which we are going to discuss is going to be with respect to the AI. Now, what is this topic all about? The topic is simply saying that AI, this is becoming a geopolitical tool. It is becoming a geopolitical tool. Now, if we talk about AI, what we see that if we are talking about the background of it, if we talk about the background, AI, it is having applications in banking, business, research, academic, health, critical infrastructure, planning, and so on. Okay. So it's not limited. It is a very long list. AI at present is used in banking also, business also, research also, education also, health also, critical infrastructure. Like when we are talking about electricity, electricity is a critical infrastructure. When we are talking about the pipelines, they are a critical infrastructure. When we are talking about nuclear facility, that is a critical infrastructure. When we are talking about some research labs, that is also critical infrastructure. Missiles, critical infrastructure, or the weapon system, that is a critical infrastructure. So AI has application in all of them. AI has application in all of them. Now, when we talk about India's position, when we are talking about India's position, so indigenous model, indigenous AI models, they are in nascent stage. Means our own domestic AI models, they're in nascent stage. Nascent stage means they are like in the infant stage, in the early stage. They are not that much advanced. They are not that much capable. So capability is very lower. What we see, there is a dependence. There is a dependence on other AI models. There is a dependence on other AI models. Okay. Most of them are US based. Most of them are US based. So what we see at present, there is an application of AI in all these things. When we look from India's perspective, what we see that our AI models are not that much advanced. Our AI models are in a nascent stage. We see that there is a dependence on the other AI models, like we are using ChatGPT, we are using any other models. Most of them are coming from outside India. Most of them are US based. Although China based AI is also becoming popular. So AI is one of the very important, or you can say that irreplaceable technology of the present. AI is used in almost all the fields. But what we see that we have a dependence. We have a dependence on the other parts. Okay. Sir, in editorials, we have come to know about the India's relation with all other countries becoming challenge and beneficial also. Yes. I have one question. I read the newspaper or classes are enough? See, there is one part of it. When we are talking about the classes, we are covering almost 2 topics, sometimes 3 topics on daily basis. So on an average, you are getting like 10 topics per week. It means 40 topics per month. You will find that many of them are getting repeated. So overall, every month you are having 20 new themes. In an entire year, you will have near about 250 new themes of the syllabus. That is more than sufficient. So you don't have to make notes other than the classes with respect to these things. That is one side of the story. The second aspect is why you should be reading newspaper. Even if you are reading one article per day, you are going to get a perspective by yourself. You are going to develop new perspective. You are going to think about the topic. You are also going to add some new vocabulary. You are also going to add some new ideas. Plus, at the same time, your understanding level is going to improve. Even your writing is going to improve. So that's why, while this is sufficient for the part of the examination, but at the same time, if you have to improve yourself, if you have to improve your personality, you should be reading at least one editorial per day. Clear? There is one question, sir. Are we depending on AI at central level? We are not depending on AI, but we are using AI, and we cannot like remain isolated from the world. We cannot remain isolated from the world. When the world is advancing into a new technology era, we cannot be just looking from outside. We have to use it. Okay. Who is Palestine people? Okay, that is a different story. We will talk about it sometime. Okay. In short, there is a place, Israel. So Israel was not existing before the Second World War. Israel was not existing before that. So Israel was created, of course, by Britain. Israel was created by Britain. Why? In the case of Germany, there was targeting of the Jewish people by Hitler and the Nazis. So they have to migrate to some areas. So they migrated towards this part of Levant region, and they were promised one country. There was a promise that they will be given one country. So that country was created for them in form of Israel. But there were some native people of the same area. The Arab people, and it was their land. So that land was called as Palestine. So this issue is going on for more than now 75 plus years. Okay. So we will discuss about it sometime else. That is a long history altogether. Okay. Now, so this is one thing, that where we are using AI, plus how it is becoming, we will come to this part, okay, how it is becoming a geopolitical tool. We are coming to this part. We see that what is India's position. Okay. Now, what we see that what we see that that when we are talking about US, some recent developments, what we see that there is this country, United States. Okay. Now, what it has seen, it has given a direction to Anthropic AI. Anthropic AI is a company. Anthropic AI is a company which has developed Anthropic company, or we can simply say Anthropic company. What is the direction? That direction is that the suspend access to Fable 5 AI model for foreign nationals. Okay. So it has given this direction. It has given this direction to one of the company which is called as Anthropic. Now, Anthropic is famous. Anthropic is famous because it has built a AI model called as Mythos AI. Mythos AI is very much famous because it has the capacity. It has the capacity that it can like find the loopholes. It can find the loopholes in any server, in any software, in no matter of time. It can easily find the gap in any software or other things, and it can be used for manipulation, or it can be used for hacking that website or server or application. So Anthropic AI is a very much famous company of US. Now they have also a model of AI called as Fable 5. Fable 5, like ChatGPT you have. So in similar manner, we have a Fable 5. So this one model is there. Now US government has directed this company that you should suspend the access of Fable 5 for foreign nationals. On what ground? On grounds of national security. On grounds of national security. On grounds of national security. Okay. What we also see that like like federal government, okay, like when we talk about US, they have also a presidential order. What is that presidential order? The presidential order is this, that if there is an advanced AI model, it says that if there is any advanced AI model, so then in that case, it has been said that like this US government will have access to that for 30 days before any other private partners. The US government will have access for 30 days before it can be given to any other. So it is saying that if you are making a very much powerful AI, so we are going to have a test on it. Means पहले हम 30 दिन उसको examine करेंगे, then only you can give it to any other private partner. So here you can see that US is having a restriction on the advanced models of AI which it is having. Now they are developing very much powerful AI. US is having a dominance in development of AI. US is having a dominance a dominance in development of AI models. In development of AI models. And some of the AI models are very much powerful. Some of the AI models are very much powerful. Okay. So we see that like this is one of the part that they are regulating it. At the same time, US is also doing one thing. US government is also trying to take stake in profitable AI. If any AI model is there, if there is any AI model which is profitable in nature, अगर कोई AI model है जो profitable in nature है, तो US government is trying to get some stake in that. कि उसका कुछ शेयर जो है, उसका कुछ पार्ट जो है, वो US government का होगा. It's same like if you have made a company and the company is getting huge benefit, company is earning huge revenue, so you are purchasing a share in it. You are purchasing a stake in it. So US government is purchasing a stake in it. Okay. So that is the part of US. That's what US is doing. When we talk about European Union, when we are talking about the European Union, what we see that earlier the focus was regulate AI. Earlier the focus was just to regulate AI. What we see that now their focus is different. Now the focus has changed. They are investing in AI. Invest in AI. First thing is they are investing in AI. Second thing is promoting by European. So they are trying to go for indigenization. They are trying to go for indigenization of the AI models. Earlier, their focus was just on the regulation of the AI models. We are going to regulate the AI model. But now they got this understanding that you cannot regulate AI to a large extent. So the better thing is you have to develop your own AI system. If an AI system is provided by some outsider, you will not be able to regulate it properly. So the best option is you have to develop your own AI model. Okay. You can already see that the US can have a restriction on use of AI models by other companies or other countries also. US can regulate it. Like suppose that, just to give you one idea, let's say we are having this one pen. This pen can write all the answers in 5 minutes. Now we have another pen which can write answer in 2 minutes. But the US is supplying us only this pen which can write answer in 5 minutes, and they have the AI model which can write answer in 2 minutes. So the thing is, they will be always at advantage. Plus at the same time, they can always have the control over this 5-minute pen. They can always control this part. So the thing is, they are providing us an AI model which may not be that much advanced, plus they will always have the control over that AI model. So if we are depending on US, for AI, there is always going to be a vulnerability. So European Union has already shifted under this. In fact, you will find that Argentina, there is another example that is from Argentina. This is trying to attract, this country is trying to attract investment in AI. This country is also trying to attract the investment in AI. Okay. How? By offering a regulatory safe harbor. What is safe harbor? What is safe harbor clause? Safe harbor clause is like this. Suppose I have developed the AI model. Let me explain it to you. That I have developed the AI model, and that AI model can be used to create any image. Okay. I have created an AI model, and let's say that AI can be used to create image. Now, if you are creating an image which is dangerous or which is harmful, which is promoting violence, then who will be responsible or who will be accountable for it? If there is a safe harbor, then if I have reported it to the government that this person has made the image, then that person will be responsible. My company or me as a person will not be responsible. Okay. So that is a safe harbor clause, that if you are telling the government that this person has made the AI image, catch him, send him to jail. Okay. So then I will be protected. So that is a type of a safe harbor clause. So Argentina is providing a safe harbor clause to the AI companies, that you will not be accountable, you will not be considered responsible. Those who are misusing AI, they will be considered as responsible. By doing this, Argentina is trying to attract investment in their country. Indigenization means Swadeshi-karan, means developing domestic things. So this is one of the part. Now, if we talk about India, that what India should be doing, what India should do. See, we have seen our dependence, we have seen our position, we have seen that what is going on in the world, US also, Europe also, Argentina also. Now the thing is, in this condition, what should be our approach? Okay. What should be our approach? What should be our approach? What can we focus on? Okay. What can we focus on? If we look at this one thing, that how the world is going on, so in this light, what should be our approach? How we can use AI? Should we continue to use the US models, or should we start indigenization? What should be our approach? Okay. So what we see, that we need a combo approach. We need a combo approach, and that is continue using global AI models, we have to continue using the global AI models, because we cannot withdraw from it. If we are withdrawing from it, what will happen? What will happen? We will be left in the race. Okay. We will be losing the race. Okay. So we have to use the global AI models. We cannot skip it. We cannot ignore it. Okay. So we have to keep on using this, but at the same time pushing indigenization. Pushing indigenization of AI. Like example, we have the servum. We have the servum LLM. We have the servum LLM. Last day also, अगर आप कल का editorial भी देखोगे, तो we have seen that what were the recommendation, that how we should be using the AI in the present times. कि हमें AI कैसे use करना चाहिए. So we have seen about that college institutions and everything should be getting access. There should be focus on, there is a need of focus on research and development, R&D. Right now, only 0.6% of GDP. Only 0.6% of GDP. Okay. So we need to increase this budget. We need to increase this budget. Okay. We need to ensure the access of AI for research institutes, schools, etc. This is something which we have discussed last day also. We need to also attract private sector participation or investment. Attract private sector participation. This is something which is again required. Like we have seen the case of Geo, that how they have leveraged the government support and how they have been able to revolutionize the data part. That data was almost made free for some time, and then of course at a lower rate, 399 rupees monthly. So what we see that attracting private sector investment, that is again something which we require. That is again something which is needed by us. Okay. Then again, the Argentina model. Argentina model. Argentina model. Attracting global investment. Attracting global investment. So this is one thing which again we have to do in order to like just participate. We are already very much like at the last end. If we talk about the major powers, if we compare, we are not going to compare to Bangladesh and Myanmar and Nepal or Pakistan. We have to compare with US, we have to compare with European Union, we have to compare with Japan, South Korea, China and others. So if we are comparing with these countries, what we see that we are already last in the race. We are already at the last part in the race. We have not started developing any such models which can be globally used. So this is one thing which we have to do, that we need to invest a lot in AI. We are still at a very slow pace. We are still at a very slow pace. You can see from this that how the world is progressing on AI and what we are doing for AI. Like AI is being used for automation, AI is being used to refine the manufacturing process, AI is being used to enhance the efficiency, AI is used in governance, AI is being used in justice system and many other things. What we are doing of AI, we are making Ghibli images. Okay. What trends in India? That we are making Ghibli images or other images from AI, and we are happy with that, that we have become part of a AI trend, that now we are also using AI. Our entire focus on AI is making some comics or making some Ghibli images or decorated images. So we need to use AI in a better manner. We need to use the AI in a better manner. So this is one part. Again, we have this one question for this. The development and uses of AI has wider implications for a strategic autonomy. Comment. Okay. So this is one thing which you have to do. Both questions you have to write. Okay. Now coming to the last day questions. There is a need to support AI in India in the same manner as India supports agriculture, food subsidy and cellular companies. Discuss. So how many of you have written this answer? कितने लोगों ने ये आंसर लिखा है? I have given you two questions for writing today also. This was one question of 250 words. That there is a need to support AI in India in the same manner as India supports agriculture, food subsidy and cellular companies. Okay. So first of all, you can give the introduction. In case of introduction, in the part of introduction, okay, what you can do, first you can mention about the heavy dependence on foreign AI models. Heavy dependence on foreign AI models. इससे आप इसकी शुरुआत कर सकते हो कि हाउ वी आर हैविंग अ हेवी डिपेंडेंस ऑन एआई फॉरेन एआई मॉडल्स. So this is one part which you can start with. Okay. Then you can talk about this, that there is a need to support AI. So why this is needed? Okay. Application of AI. Why there is a need to support? This will be one part. It will be having multiple dimension. Applications of AI. One part of it will be applications of AI. Okay. So you will make a bigger subheading, that the need to support AI. Under this, there will be a smaller subheading, the applications of AI. There we will talk about how and in which sector we are dependent on AI. That will be the first part. That you will be talking about why this, how we are using the applications, how we are using the AI. Second part is the vulnerability due to AI. Vulnerability due to dependence on AI, dependence on foreign AI. That will be the second part. The third part, here you will be talking about all the sections, all the points, that why there is a vulnerability due to use of the foreign AI models. You can also quote some of the examples from the past. We have discussed about it in the last 1 week multiple times. तो लास्ट 1 वीक में जिन्होंने भी नहीं देखा है, just try to see the lectures of the last 1 week. We have talked about this AI multiple times in the last 1 week. So try to see the examples also. We have discussed many examples, that how there was an issue with GPS in the case of Kargil war. Then we have seen there have been issues where a Indian company has lost access to its corporate emails and everything. So we have discussed many such examples. So try to quote it there. Vulnerability due to dependence on foreign AI models. Then third part में the potential benefit. The potential benefit of investment in AI. तो देखो आपका एक ब्रॉडर सब हेडिंग होगा नीड टू सपोर्ट एआई, उसके अंदर में 3 छोटे छोटे सब हेडिंग्स होंगे, एप्लीकेशन ऑफ एआई, वल्नरेबिलिटी ड्यू टू डिपेंडेंस ऑन फॉरेन एआई एंड पोटेंशियल बेनिफिट. इन सब के अंदर आपको पॉइंट्स लिखने हैं. देन आफ्टर यू विल टेल अबाउट दिस वन थिंग कि गवर्नमेंट स्टेप्स, कि व्हाट गवर्नमेंट स्टेप्स हैव बीन टेकन, दैट विल बी द नेक्स्ट पार्ट. एंड देन यू विल टॉक अबाउट दैट व्हाट शुड बी द वे फॉरवर्ड. One more thing. You can also highlight the existing limitations. You will mention the existing limitations, and then you will write the way forward. That what should be done in order to overcome this. Then after, you have to talk about the conclusion part, and in conclusion part, you can talk about strategic autonomy in digital world. Strategic economy in digital world. So I hope that part is clear. सर अपना कॉपी चेक नहीं करता इसलिए कोई नहीं लिखता है. नहीं देखो ऐसा नहीं है अमी. इफ यू लुक एट दिस, you can see that many of the people have been writing the answer over the last 3 months, and you will find that there has been a significant improvement in that. So every day when we are talking about the question, we are talking about all the angles, that what has to be written and what not have to be written. So this is also an evaluation part only. You have to check from here कि have you added all these components, क्या आपने ये सारे components को add किया है? Have you discussed about the strategic autonomy in case of your conclusion? So when you are writing the answer, try to match it with this. That are you writing in the similar manner? If you are writing in similar manner, it means you are writing good. If not, then there is a need of improvement. Okay. Yes, tomorrow we will have the editorial class. So you have written within 10 minutes, so that's quite good. Okay. So that will be all for today. Again, tomorrow we will meet and then we will discuss more such editorials. Try to write the answer and try to evaluate through these sessions itself. So we are having the daily discussion of the answer. We are having that daily discussion of the answer. So if you go by that, then also it can be done. So thank you everyone. Take care and all the best. Thank you.